Professor Razan. I am supposed to introduce the theme of the seminar, and this follows. The present theme is identified to address the issue of social exclusion inclusive policy through the prism of Sufism, at a time when we are witnessing conflicts and communalism is being consciously constructed. Developing an understanding on model of inclusion is desired. We need to revisit our socio-cultural repositories to work out avenues of integration. The repertoire of Sufism may shed light on many aspects of inclusion, as they are the ones who have given to us one of the earliest lessons in inclusion. Today we boast of living in a modern age, yet we find a society ridden with caste and communal hostilities and gender imbalances. Exclusion in myriad forms with serious implication is rampant, that we attempt to redress through policies of affirmative action. Laws and regulation is imperative, but they are more a corrective to a fault, and by the time justice is dispensed, the loss is already done. Also, exclusion in overt forms can be registered. What is more damaging is the morass of covert exclusion that often go unrecorded and hence difficult to address. It is important to target the deep-rooted prejudice and bias from which discrimination emanates. Here, philosophy of Sufism acquires importance, as the Sufis were able to weave differences into harmony, ensuring dignity of the individual and stability in the society. The Sufis always regarded inclusion and integration more a subject of social responsibility than a subject of law. They have remained in the vanguard for promoting peace and harmony, and in this quest, they often suffered wrath and anger of those whose agenda had been constructing social fissures. Despite being penalized, Sufis never succumbed in their mission of promoting social justice and equality, that too mostly in common language of the people. In this regard, we can also explore secular sources that are compiled in vernacular languages. Gesu Daraz, the 15th century Sufi, was a prolific writer, and his love for the poor and the lowly and his defense of the rights of man earned him the title of Banda Nawaz, that is, benefactor of God's creatures. He was one of the early poets and writers in Urdu language. Not only Urdu, in promoting vernacular languages and regional dialects, the Sufis played a seminal role. In the processes of promoting their message of peace and harmony, they also cemented linguistic bonding. Often they traveled to distant corners of the country, promoting inter-regional synthesis as well. Rishis, that is indigenous Sufi order in Kashmir, encouraged peaceful coexistence, exalted the virtues of mankind, and upheld syncretic universal creed. The founder of the Rishi order, Sheikh Nuruddin, strongly recommended forbearance and peaceful relations among all sections of the society. Rais Rashiduddin Khan, the eminent social scientist, that Sheikh Nizamuddin Aulia's liberal and tolerant outlook helped the spread of his message throughout the country and gained for him the popular title of Mehboob-e-Ilahi, that is the beloved of God. His tomb in Delhi remains, even after centuries, a constant point of pilgrimage and of massive congregation of people of all castes and creeds, Hindus and Muslims. So is the Sufi shrine of Khaja Moinuddin Chishti at Ajmer, that acquires not only national but international prominence for integrative reasons. Paul Jackson, an eminent writer from Australia, who has explored the Sufi shrines in India and particularly Bihar, observes that while the mosque distinguishes and separates Hindus and Muslims, the dargahs tend to bring them closer. It is a live manifestation of Ganga Jamni Tehzeeb or Indian composite culture. Verses of Baba Farid find places in the Adi Granth, the religious scripture of the Sikhs, and it is believed that the foundation stone of the Golden Temple in Amritsar was laid down by a Sufi sage who was especially invited for the purpose from Lahore. Mughal Prince Dara Shikoh wrote in the Majmu'ul Bahrain, the mingling of the two oceans, that in the higher planes of realization of truth, there is no essential difference between Hinduism and Islam. Dara also translated the Upanishads into Persian, and it is believed that he also translated the Bhagavad Gita, or perhaps got it translated by one of his officials. Emperor Bahadur Shah Zafar, revered as a Sufi king, banned cow sacrifices during Bakrids in 1857 throughout Delhi, and even forbade yoking of cows to the cars, displaying his respect for Hindu religious sensitivities. During these days, Mirza Asadullah Khan Ghalib had written to one of his friends that 5 things kept Delhi alive: the Red Fort, the Chandni Chowk, the daily crowd at Jama Masjid, the weekly walk to the Jamna Bridge, and the yearly fair of the flower men, that is Phool Walon Ki Sair, the latter celebrated since 1812. Bahadur Shah Zafar was the chief patron of Phool Walon Ki Sair, and he paid tribute both at Jog Maya Temple and Bakhtiyar Kaki's Dargah at Mehrauli, that he continued to celebrate even in 1857 when Delhi was under siege. The festival was later stopped by the British when Mahatma Gandhi launched the Quit India movement in 1942. This festival that epitomized Hindu-Muslim unity was revived by Jawaharlal Nehru in the independent India in 1962. The tradition continues to be a great secular event and symbol of communal integration. The Sufis with a vision had in fact constructed social cultural repertoire to connect people through music, poetry, literature, letters, dance and sama, and struck the modus vivendi that resonates strongly in Indian traditions even today. Sources reveal that Sufis have passionately collaborated in the freedom movement of India. The non-cooperation movement in Bihar commenced with the return of the title of Shamsul Ulma by Shah Badruddin of Fulwari Sharif, Banka, and it is believed that he even got khadi on Gandhian model, especially made to be used for his funeral. The Sufis even extended succors to victims of partition carnage in form of shelter and protection. These are some robust examples to suggest the Sufis have played impressive role not only in evolution of secularism but also integration and inclusion. Many more illustrations would follow that I believe will be unraveled during the course of the seminar. However, to what extent we can equate Sufi traditions only with Islam can be a subject only for experts to deliberate upon. But to whatever extent we can identify Sufism with Islam, we can acknowledge and register recognition of contributions of members of a minority community that have gone in making of a socialist and a secular India. As an essential mandate of Dr. K. Narayan's Center for Dalit and Minorities Studies to look into aspects of social exclusion and inclusive policies, this seminar would be a meaningful step towards exploring possibilities of integration through Sufistic model and its inclusive relevance in contemporary times. Our center can not only record and register about agencies of exclusion, but more importantly, can act as a pivotal institution, whereas aspects of Indian inclusive culture can be researched, recorded, and recognized. Thank you.